Hey guys, it's your new favorite person, Dell, and of course, yet again, I've got coffee with me. Today I have the holiday drink from Dunkin'. I got it hot instead of iced because it is so cold here in Wisconsin right now. It just suddenly became winter and you step outside and you just instantly freeze. So I got it hot. I never tried the holiday drink. I'm just trying it today for the first time and I actually really like it. And I also came to the realization that I think in every single video on this channel I have either Starbucks or Dunkin'. And no, I do not get overpriced coffee every day. Usually I just make it at home with my espresso machine, but I tend to film these videos in my car, and I guess getting a coffee has just been part of the routine. I want to start filming more at my house too. I'm going to get a ring light, and that should help with that. Today I got a Death Note necklace on. I know a lot of software developers subscribe to my channel, so that means there's a good chance a lot of you guys are nerds like me, so you might know what Death Note is. And I've also got a Vessel sweatshirt from Sleep Token. That is my favorite band. Comment down below if you know who they are. But anyway, today's video is going to be about the dark side of YouTube fame. You guys are probably thinking, Dell, what do you know about YouTube fame? And it is true, I am not famous on YouTube. Not yet. Not yet, anyway. But I do know someone in person who has a very big following on YouTube. And I'm not going to say who they are just for privacy reasons, but they have a very big following on YouTube. And until recently, they actually used to live in LA, and they know a lot of other YouTubers who you guys probably know. At least some of you probably know of a lot of these people. And what got me thinking about this was actually something that happened on TikTok not long ago. So one night, not all that long ago, I was laying in my bed scrolling on TikTok. I probably should have been doing homework, but I had already done homework for probably 12 hours straight at that point, and I was just like, I can't look at this anymore. I need to take a break. So I was laying in my bed scrolling on TikTok, and all of a sudden this live came up on my For You page, and it was this guy in a mask, and he was listening to some pretty trashy music, if I'm being honest. And there was a caption that said, what was it? Something like, I can't remember what it said, but basically it was just saying to comment down below to be rated. And also that you had to be following this guy to be rated. So all of these girls are commenting, rate me, do me next. And every single girl that he rated, he'd look at their profile picture and he'd give them a super low rating. And some of these girls were so pretty, and he'd be like, oh, you're 3, you're 2. And I'm just like, what kind of a live is this? First off, who would even want to be rated by this random guy? Second, doesn't this guy have anything better to do than just sit on TikTok and rate the way girls look and make them feel bad about themselves? Well, it turns out apparently this is this guy's job. He does this for a living. That's what he claims. And he also said he is 30-something years old. So this is a 30-something-year-old grown man sitting on TikTok rating the way that women look. And it's really making me question why I am slaving away in school, working myself literally at the expense of everything. And there is a 30-something-year-old man literally making their living this way? Like, are you kidding me? It is a crazy concept. But anyway, I decided to comment on the video, and I said something like, why does this guy think everyone's ugly? Or this guy thinks everyone's ugly. I can't remember. It was something like that. And then this guy saw my comment and he goes, well, let's take a look at you. And I was not following this guy And he's pretty strict about only rating people that follow him, but for whatever reason, he wanted to rate me anyway. So he goes, let's look at you and let's see what you look like then. So he goes to my TikTok and he sees what I look like and he goes, oh, that hair, oh, that is not doing you any favors. And your face shape, oh, it's so weird. And then all of his little, what I refer to as minions. So these are girls who are just, for some reason, super obsessed with this guy. I truly don't get it. But they were commenting in the live, oh, that middle part, oh, who parts their hair in the middle in 2024? Like, everybody is just going to my TikTok and then literally roasting me. And I was laughing so hard. I'm just like, what is even going on here? And then so many people were sending him gifts, which, you know, is just sending him money on TikTok. And I'm like, whoa, like, I think this literally is how this guy makes his living, because the money just kept coming and coming and coming. And I'm like, why are you people giving this guy money? It's absolutely insane. This guy literally just goes out of his way to try to make people feel bad about the way that they look. And me personally, I don't really care all that much how I'm perceived, at least my looks anyway. I mean, I shower, I have good hygiene, I take care of myself because, yeah, obviously that's important. But when people think about me, I would rather them think about me from the standpoint of, oh, she has such a nice personality, or she's so kind. Like, I would way rather be known for who I am as a person and for being a good person than the way that I look. And that got me thinking about how valued looks are in today's society and on the internet. And it also got me thinking about all of these unrealistic expectations that people have for the way that they look. The unrealistic beauty standards are just insane. And it just, so many of these people that you see on the internet who you think are so beautiful, they're editing their pictures. Like, it's not real. And same for men too, which I have found out. Men edit their pictures too. All of these people, even their YouTube videos, they're putting filters on their YouTube videos and doing all this stuff. And then people like us, you know, we see that, and a lot of the time it's hard not to compare ourselves. And I don't think it's right, because these people that we're comparing ourselves to, it's not even real. So you're probably wondering, how does this YouTuber and YouTube fame tie into this? So the way I met this guy, it was actually on Tinder. Yes, Tinder. Desperate times call for desperate measures. No, I'm just kidding. Tinder definitely is not a great app, but I'm in school for software development. Let's be real, I barely leave my house, so pretty much the only chance I have at finding love is through the internet at this point, because I feel like it's impossible for me to just meet someone out in public because I'm antisocial. I don't leave my house that much, so it's hard, okay? Anyway, I matched with this guy on Tinder, and I actually thought that he was a catfish at first, because I didn't know this guy personally, but I knew of him. Like, I knew about his YouTube channel, because, you know, he lives just a little bit away from me, so he's from where I'm from. And I knew that he had moved to LA, so I'm like, yeah, this is some catfish. But I matched with him anyway, and I thought I would just go along for it for a little bit as a joke, just because I thought it was funny, and try to figure out who this person actually was. Well, it turns out it actually was him. He moved back to Wisconsin. So me and this guy, we start talking, and I realize that he actually is who he says he is. He's able to prove it to me. So we end up hanging out in person, and he comes to my house and he picks me up and he goes, "Wow, you look a lot better in person than you do in your pictures. Not that you look bad in your pictures, but you just look so much better in person, and I'm not used to seeing that. In LA, everybody looks worse in person and better in their pictures. You look like some kind of an anime character. I am just not used to this." And then he goes, "I can teach you. I can teach you how to edit your pictures so that way you look better in them." And I'm just like, thanks, but also no thanks. I want my pictures to be accurate to what I actually look like. I mean, even if I look worse in my pictures than I do in person, I'd rather that than edit them, because I don't want to go along with this trend of unrealistic beauty standards. I don't want someone to look like me and be like, "Oh, why can't I look like that?" Like, I don't want to do that. I want to be real. If I have a pimple on my face, you guys are going to see it. Same for my YouTube videos. I'm not going to put a filter on my videos to make me look better. I want this to be real. I'm not going to support that. I think it's toxic. I think that's wrong. This guy then explains how he edits all of his pictures, how everyone in LA does, all of these YouTubers, they're editing their pictures. And like I said before, he's a guy. This doesn't just go for women. Men are doing this too. So if you're a guy and you're comparing yourself on the internet to these other men, just know they're editing their stuff too. It's not real. It's not real. So basically, the moral of this story is that you shouldn't compare yourself to people online, because it's not real most of the time. These people don't look like this, and it's okay to not be perfect. Nobody's perfect. You know, I break out, I get pimples, I get acne, you know, it's part of being human. And I want to be real. I want people who see me on the internet to see the real me. But yeah, that's one of the dark sides of YouTube fame. A lot of these people, they feel like they have to edit themselves. They feel like they can't be their true selves on the internet, and they get so consumed with the way they look, their appearance, the way they come across, and it can be really toxic. Like, this guy told me how living in LA and living that lifestyle was really toxic, and he just couldn't do it anymore. So he came back home to Wisconsin. We see these people online, and it just seems like they have this perfect life. They have the fame, the money, they're living in LA. But the truth is, a lot of the time, it just isn't what it seems to be. But like I said before, moral of this story, don't compare yourselves to people on the internet, because what you're seeing online a lot of the time, it isn't real. This isn't how these people actually look. And also, personality is, and just being a kind person is far more valuable than your appearance. Even if it doesn't always seem that way, it is the truth. I really hope that this video finds people who need to hear this. I hope it can help someone. If you enjoyed this video or relate to anything that I'm saying, like this video, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and if you want to see more of me, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.